up, YouTube? I just wanted to do a little book review for Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. This is a psychological thriller, as of what I was thinking, honestly, because it is about a younger girl. Her name is Ellie Mack. She goes missing, and her parents cannot find her. Her mom and dad split up, and they try to figure out exactly what happened. The police are trying to say that she ran away, but they all know that that's not the truth. That Ellie was kind of like a straight A student. She would never run away. She would never do anything that she wasn't supposed to do. Sorry, my son's like down here trying to get in everything. So I'm trying to move everything from him. But she was a straight A student. She was going for her GCSEs. I am not exactly 100% sure what that is about or what I'm taking it. It's kind of like I-STEP or like a statewide test so that she can graduate. I was taking, well, her older sister Hannah and then her younger brother Jake. They're kind of on the fence post. They don't know what happened and they don't understand why she would just come up and come missing. Well, Laurel Mack, which is her mother, she hires this tutor, and the tutor comes in, and I can't remember exactly. Noelle was the tutor. Well, she comes in, and she is supposed to be tutoring Ellie for this big school test and everything like that. Well, once Ellie figures out that she really doesn't like Noelle, she's kind of iffy on Noelle. Well, there's a backstory on Noelle. Noelle meets Lloyd, which is now Laurel's boyfriend, but everybody knows that there is something iffy going on with Floyd, and nobody understands exactly what it is and what's been going on. And so once Laurel meets Floyd at a restaurant, they kind of hit it off. She's kind of the type of woman that thinks in the back of her head. She doesn't think that people actually care about her or love her or have any emotional feelings for her. Like her husband Paul, like he would tell her, "Oh, I love you. I'm trying to make this work," and then she would second guess everything, and kind of like me sometimes, if you want to be technical. But her mom her mom's been looking for like 10 years for Ellie, and then after 10 years Ellie's bones come up in like a dirt path, and she doesn't understand why there's only a couple. Well, they end up burying Ellie and, well, her bones. And well, as the story progresses, she gets more and more into being in a relationship with Floyd because Paul, her now ex-husband, is seeing someone else. I forgot her name. I want to say her name's Bonnie. Well, he's seeing Bonnie, and Laurel's never met her. She's talked to her a couple times, but she's not interested in meeting her. She's like, oh, he loves her and he never loved me type of scenario is going on. Well, after a while, Christmas comes along and birthdays come along. Well, Hannah and Laurel have the same birthday. Well, they meet at this restaurant. Floyd brings his daughter, which we'll soon get to that about who his daughter is. Well, he brings his daughter, and Blue, which is Jake's girlfriend, the younger brother, he ends up saying to his girlfriend, "Oh, well, I don't really know who this guy is, but I guess it's my mom's new boyfriend." Well, Blue calls Laurel up a couple of days later after this dinner that they have together, and she tells Laurel that she has some bad vibes about the daughter and Floyd, that she really needs to like watch this man. Well, take it back to a couple hundred pages, and it goes into the chapters. I think it's part two. It's part three. That's what it was. Part three brings up the reason that Noelle took Ellie. The reason being is because Noelle can't have kids. She was a virgin until she was 42, and that's exactly the time that she met Floyd. Well, they had two kids, and both of them were a miscarriage. And then after that, Floyd's like, you know what? I just want to use you for sex, kind of like you're a prostitute for me. I don't want you moving in. I don't want no part of that. I just want you to come over, have sex with me, and then leave. Well, she stayed for a little while when her house was getting redone, and then Floyd just kept repeatedly asking her, is it done yet? Is it going to be done? When's it going to be done? Well, once she moves back, after she realizes that she's tutoring Ellie, well, Ellie tells her mom that she doesn't want Noelle tutoring her anymore because there's other things that she tells her mother that she has to work on for school, and it's not math. Well, when it comes down to it, the truth is Ellie is freaked out by Noelle. Noelle makes her nervous. Noelle makes her kind of feel weird. She says she kind of stinks. Well, that's what Ellie tells Hannah. Hannah doesn't tell her mom this because her and her mom aren't really close because Ellie's like the good child, the straight A, the I'm going to be with you through everything child. Well, in Noelle's chapters, she was saying how she knew that if she took Ellie, Ellie could give Floyd what he wanted, and that was a child. But Floyd doesn't know that. Well, bump it up to 3 to 4 chapters after she has taken Ellie. She keeps her in a basement, her basement actually, and she tells Floyd after the little girl's born that she bought sperm on the internet to impregnate Ellie so that Poppy, which is Ellie's daughter, could be born. Well, Floyd didn't believe her. He was kind of like, I don't care. Well, after a while, Floyd kind of puts two and two together because Poppy really doesn't look like him. Well, he knew all of this before he met Laurel, which is Ellie's mom. Well, Poppy is her granddaughter. Well, Noelle ends up basically letting Ellie rot downstairs. She's like this psychological lady that doesn't care. She feeds her 1 minute, and then the next minute she'll go 3 to 4 days without feeding this poor girl. Well, this girl turns 16, and she doesn't understand why Noelle took her. Like, Noelle keeps putting in her head, one day when you go home, one day when I let you go, one day. Well, that one day never comes. Well, she ends up giving birth to Poppy, and Noelle takes Poppy upstairs to her bedroom, and like she creates this whole bedroom for Poppy. Well, Noelle's kind of not right upstairs, as I've said. She like will go 3 to 4 hours with letting this little baby cry and like turns the radio up so she can tune her out. She doesn't understand why she's like this. Well, Poppy soon goes over to Floyd's, which that was before Noelle told Floyd that Poppy was never his. It was Ellie's. Well, she goes over there. She's like this perfect child. She could do no wrong. Well, when she stays with Noelle, because Floyd has her on weekends. I think it's every other weekend or weekends or something like that. Well, when she's with Noelle, she's like this terror kid. She does everything that she's not supposed to. She like hits Noelle. She fights with her. She argues with her. She wants this, wants this, wants this. She's a normal child. Well, I think at like 5 or 7, Noelle finally says, you know what, I'm going to pack everything up because Floyd threatens to take Poppy from her when he finds out that Noelle went to the store to get ketchup and left Poppy at home. Poppy fell backwards off the counter from trying to get something to eat and cuts her head open. Well, he threatens then to take Poppy away from Noelle. Noel doesn't understand why he's trying to do this. He thinks, oh, he just wants this little girl. He wants her more than he wants me. He never wanted me. He never cared about me. I was just sex to him. Well, she packs up her bag and she's getting ready to leave when she lets Floyd keep Poppy his weekend. Floyd sends Poppy to his friend's house. Well, he contacts Noelle and tells Noelle, hey, I need you to come over here and we need to have a conversation. Well, she's going over there. She's got the bags in the car, like she's going to take Poppy away. Well, when she goes over there, Floyd tells her, and then that's when it all comes out that Poppy's not really hers or Floyd's. Well, with my predictions, at first I thought that Poppy was Ellie. But then I'm like, well, wouldn't Ellie be like, oh yeah, that's my mom when Floyd and Laurel started to date? That's what I thought. But then after a while, it kept going into my head like, no, well, Noelle took Ellie, and Ellie ended up dead. Well, after reading it, I thought I would say probably at the 330 page mark that's where I feel like it could have ended. Like some parts of it I felt were added on where they weren't supposed to be or they didn't really need to be, but they were added on. But then that just showed the real reason that Noelle took Ellie. So after everything, I give this a 4 out of 5 stars. I put it on my Goodreads as a 4-star, but after a couple days of thinking about it, I don't know, it kind of lives with me to the way a woman, like a tutor, comes into your house, gets all used to you and your family, and they can just take your child, you know? I think that's the biggest reason I'm so protective over my kid, but that's just me. That may not be you. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure every mother or father, whoever, is like that with their kids. But I would definitely recommend this for somebody if you're not triggered by kidnapping and abuse and stuff like that. Because obviously, since it's a psychological thriller, and it's gonna have some issues. But the back of the one of the blurb things said then she was gone is a gripping, emotionally resonant tale of one mother's quest to uncover the clues she failed to recognize and finally discover the truth of what happened to her daughter. I am just glad at the end that Poppy went with Laurel. Like I would feel I don't think I could feel as close to the characters if she would have decided to go with Floyd. But she ended up going with Laurel, so that's the reason I gave it a 4 out of 5. I would have given it a 5-star rating if it wouldn't have kind of lost me at a couple pages and to the point that I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna watch TV or I'm gonna do other things. But I would recommend this book. So if you want a mother disappearance of their child thriller, pick this one up because I would definitely recommend it. I am currently reading The Invisible Girl by her, and so far so good. I'm only like 30 pages in, but that is my update. I am planning on doing a reading vlog probably tomorrow or Monday with I want to do one for Like a Sister by Kelly Garrett. I kind of want to do a reading vlog for that one or Neon Gods because like this one's been calling to me, so hopefully can start that one soon. But other than that, that is my review for Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I hope you enjoyed. I know there's spoilers. I will put that on the front cover of this review that this contains a lot of spoilers. So I hope you enjoyed and come back for the next vlog.